And you already know it's Chaos 15-game win streak over 2000 BC. So we're looking for Sweet 16. Let's go. Who's getting on that short bus? This guy again?
Hey, my man Domino, yo, he's silly.
Alright, you're coming to San Antonio. You're going to get your ass beat. Pick the Rockets. Go ahead. Go ahead. Let's get your ass beat. Come on. You're on YouTube. Say what up. +81 plus 76 plus 96 plus 85 plus 81. Can you do the division? What's the average? You have no idea what you're doing. None. No idea what you're doing. None. You're definitely losing. Definitely. We have no idea. Fuck them.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Harden and Ariza out on the perimeter. Nene is out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Paul in at the point. And for the Spurs, Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2. Then there's Ginobili.
You're gonna quit? You on YouTube, bro. Why don't you wave and say hi? Why don't you wave? Why don't you get on the ride and wave? Why don't you get on the wave and ride? Why don't you get on the wide and rave? Makes no sense, no consequence. You a small fence playing like assistant fucking principal. He's the fucking pinnacle of an individual who's getting you like a little thing.
And it's Aldridge in at the...
Just quit, bro. You're on YouTube. You think your pause and techniques bother me, bro?
Now here's Paul. Pass to Ariza. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Ariza's got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for the Rockets. Ball against Gay. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
What? That's the controller term, bro.
Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs in their last game, a loss to Denver.
And I think they could hold their heads high from that performance, you know, despite the final score being what it was.
I agree with you. I mean, it was a tough game played in a tough environment on the road, and they were in it right until the bitter end, so that's good stuff.
Now here's Paul. He's coming off a 19-point game against Sacramento.
And also his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
And Aldridge slams it in.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive attacking basketball at both ends.
You know, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Second free throw, no good. Leonard the pass to Aldridge. And that one comes up a bit short.
LaMarcus?
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Ariza kicks to Anderson. And stolen by Aldridge. By himself. The big dunk at the end of the break.
How about the agility coming from the big man. I mean, that's not something we often see from him.
You know, it's never going to be, Greg, a 360 dunk when he goes up with it, but it will be 2 points. We do know that.
You know, you can sacrifice a little athleticism when you've got the size he does.
Now let's find out what head coach Mike D'Antoni had to say to our Doris Burke. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, the crucial aspect for them, in his mind, is going to be making things tough inside for their opponent. He said they're physical, they like to mix it up. If we don't respond in kind, they'll push us around, and we'll get bullied all game. Back to you.
And thanks for that story, Doris. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Take a look at the Rockets. And San Antonio calls the first time out of the game. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
You know what? A lot of three-pointers, but for me, more so, it was the shot selection on those three-pointers. I just felt like they were just too trigger-happy from downtown.
You know, Greg, sometimes you're able to shoot your way out of a slump, but they just kept making things worse. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
On defense, the Spurs. Harden dishes to Ariza. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Outside Aldridge. Off target with his three. The Rockets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And there's Ryan Anderson on the assist by Anderson.
Dropped that one in as soft as a feather using the finger roll.
Parker kicks to Green. A second chance effort. In deep. Aldridge drops it in. Aldridge has got 6.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
They recover it from deep. Harden. And it's Gay with the rebound. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. The 3 from Harden. Harden missing again. San Antonio leading. 3-pointer. Can't get it to go. And there's the foul. It goes on Ryan Anderson. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either, Greg. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Green passes to Parker. Back to Green. And there's the foul. It's on Dwayne Dedman. That is his first foul of the game. Rockets have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Ball is doubled. Anderson drills it from outside. The Spurs have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. It's Parker outside. Shot is off. Good D by Ariza. Last game for Houston, they picked up the win against the Kings.
And no doubt in my mind, the overriding factor in that game was their huge edge on the backboard.
Yeah, the level of energy they had, guys, in the win wasn't matched by their opponents. And that rebounding difference, I think, was indicative of that.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchup.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor. Now, Kevin, to see how the Spurs are doing in the NBA statisticals currently. 3rd in blocks, 9th in rebounding, and they're in the top 10 in fewest turnovers per game. And they really do emphasize taking care of the ball.
And talking about the shot blocking ability, you love that mentality. No shot goes unchallenged around the rim. They make sure of that. You have to earn everything you get on the inside.
Now here's Parker. 17 points for him last game against the Nuggets in Denver. And that one's good. Leonard. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Paul dishes to Anderson. Here's Capella. Some solid defense from Aldridge.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Harden kicks to Paul. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
They kick it out to Green. Pass to Aldridge. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Aldridge has got 11.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Harden the pass to Ariza. And there's the foul. It's on Dwayne Dedmon. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
That's his 2nd foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3. And you know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to D him up.
Gay dishes to Green. There's 14 seconds left in the first quarter. Launches a 3. Rebound by Nene. Anderson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Paul. That's the end of the first quarter and not much scoring. It remains close. Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been doing or not doing?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. We've got Ryan Anderson. He's out there with Gordon. And it's Mbah a Moute in at the power forward. And there's the foul. It's on Dwayne Dedmon. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
That's the risky run by staying out there as he picks up his 3rd. And also, if you watch him on the defensive end, you can see how tough it is to screen him off a play. I mean, he goes through it, around it, or under. He finds a way to shake off screens.
The Spurs making a switch here. Ginobili's checked in.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Gay drives in, and he's off on his first shot of the game.
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and force that miss.
That's example number 1 of why he is such a strong defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation.
Gordon kicks to Mbah a Moute.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
San Antonio calls timeout.
And he clearly doesn't like what's going on out there right now.
Would you? I mean, how could he like what's happening? really had to take a timeout there and try to figure out a way to derail their momentum.
And with a quick break in the action, here's some numbers for Ryan Anderson. 5th in assists, and of course, he's in the top 5 in free throw percentage. It can go overlooked, but sure makes a difference.
You talked about it. I mean, he's in total command of his team. They look to him for leadership, and he does not let them down. You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
And they double up Gordon. He dishes it to Mba Amute. D that time from Leonard.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Ginobili kicks to Aldridge. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. With the pause in the action, let's bring you the list of teams that have been lighting it up over the last 10 games. In second, the Rockets.
Well, this is only a trend over a few games out of a very, very long season. But the coach has got to be pleased that his team has been able to score big with some consistency.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Rockets.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Here's Gordon. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. The Rockets have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line. The free throw drops for Gordon. For San Antonio, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Parker kicks to Ginobili. And here's Leonard from 3. That's good. Leonard's got 9.
That's number 2 for him from long range in the quarter, his 3rd overall.
And they double up Gordon. Paul, he's covered by Ginobili. Nene kicks to Gordon. Leonard with the steal. The feed to Aldridge. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And now it's a 3-point Spurs lead.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Green, he's checked in for San Antonio. Leonard, that's for 2. That one off the back iron and out.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen 4 shots away.
Yeah. Woo! The expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
Now a timeout called by Houston. Rockets trailed by 5. Outside Gordon. Now the pass to Tucker. And they get it. Gay with the block. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. Ball against Green. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Back to Aldridge. No good.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier. There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
He passes to Leonard. Left side, Leonard. Pass to Green. Feeds it to Parker. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Parker's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Green against Paul. He passes to Harden. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 5 assists tonight.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
San Antonio calls timeout. Kyle Anderson. Well, so much great defense has come from the shooting guard position over the years. And here's a rundown of the players wreaking havoc at that spot this year. On defense, Houston. They trail by 3. Parker dishes to Leonard. Back to Parker. Ginobili on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. And he gets it to go. And the Spurs lead by 6.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep.
Now here's the fast break. Parker leading the way. Leonard.
The floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Back to Ariza. And there's the foul. It's on Dwayne Dedman. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Gordon's checked in for Ryan Anderson. 1:14 left in the second quarter. Harden draws the double. Dishes it to Anderson. Back to Harden. The 3. They get the rebound. Capella kicks to Anderson. Out of bounds. Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession.
Okay, a chance to check out stats for P.J. Tucker. This season has been tremendous. 1st in field goal percentage, 6th in rebounding. And he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
Yeah, and you're right. He's been the pinnacle of scoring efficiency. Never seems to take a bad shot.
And the Rockets making a change here. Nene's checked in. Spurs leading by 8. Back to Aldridge. Leonard.
And you can sense the momentum really starting to swing their way.
Yeah, they're taking charge here. I mean, there's no question about it, Greg. And the lead, I think, is just going to continue to grow and grow from here.
Now here's Green. 10-point lead. This is their biggest.
You know, the alley-oop is a great play when it works, but boy, when it doesn't.
Yeah, it can make you look silly. It embarrasses you. And we had a little silliness right there for sure.
Tries to save it. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. And the Rockets making a change here. And Baamute's checked in. And here's Gordon from outside. San Antonio's gone 4-6 from long range in the second quarter. Solid shooting. Green kicks to Leonard. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Leonard. Takes the lead pass. Stolen by Harden. Got it off in time.
Definitely not.
And no good trying to get that one. And we finished one half of that. The second half just about to get going here.
Wow, this game just a commanding performance for Aldridge. 15 points and a block. This is some performance we're witnessing out of him.
My man, a night to remember. No doubt about it.
Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the floor for San Antonio. Green teams with Leonard on the wings. Then it's Dwayne Dedman and it's Gay in at the 5 spot. San Antonio calls timeout. San Antonio leading by 12. Parker passes to Leonard. Lets it go from the wing. And it's good on the assist by Parker. 17 points for Manu Ginobili.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it. Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
Here's Gay, and Capella sends it back. And here's Harden for 3. Good. Harden's got 14 points for the game.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Here's Aldridge. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And there's the call on Ginobili. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Quit, bro. You're not
Now
going
a
to beat me.
timeout called by Houston.
So far, his shot selection has been questionable. A lot of tough, contested shots. If I'm coaching, I might sit him down for a minute.
San Antonio.
Statistically speaking, let's see where the Rockets sit right now. Second in scoring, 4th in steals. And they're a top 10 shooting team from the foul line. Pretty good company for that team.
Man, you talk about scoring. Tough to beat a team that can fill it up at all levels. Every time you get a bucket, they're coming right back at you with one of their own.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Parker kicks to Green. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Green's got his second bucket of the night.
And when you watch him, Steve, you can see how quickly he looks to take his shot when he's on the receiving end of a pass and how successful he is when he does take the shot. This guy is a catch, fire, and hit guy. Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Parker dishes to Leonard. Pass to Bertens. Green. On deep. Again, the miss by Green. Parker against Ariza. Paul, left side. And stolen by Aldridge. And they're on the break. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Parker. Parker's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Rockets trail by 12. Harden draws the double. Rebound, San Antonio. Leonard's got his 4th rebound in this one.
It's been a real difficult game for him.
Bye-bye. See you later.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
Now Parker, after Eric Gordon's three-pointer that didn't go. The offensive rebound.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions yet.
The dive for the ball. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. Well, you got to help out the team whenever you can in this group of shooting guards.
You gonna quit? We will continue. We will. You're on YouTube. You realize
helped
that?
out on the glass for their respective teams this year. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
Wave and say hi. Wave and say hi.
Change here. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Parker against Paul. Parker kicks to Leonard. He's against Gordon. Leonard the pass to Aldridge. Clock at 6. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Kicks it to Paul. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. San Antonio leading by 14. And Parker, here we go. There's Innes, the pass to Parker. Shoots. Cans the shot from the wing. Parker's got 5. Now a timeout. Called by Houston. Without question, Manu Ginobili displaying his skills today.
He's definitely rolling offensively. You might not be able to stop him, but you've got to find a way to contain him.
You want to be friends with fuck you?
For Aldridge, 15th in rebounding And, of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in blocks per.
You know, you mentioned how powerful he is on the board, going full throttle at both ends every play.
Now here's Paul. 6 points for him. Leonard attacking. No good. And it's Houston the other way. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right. Here is Mbamute. San Antonio with the rebound. Green's got his 3rd rebound tonight. It's tipped. Stolen by Anderson. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. Right. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Had the space there, but it's offline.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
It's better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one. And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Parker with the steal. And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
You're done. You don't wanna be friends, and fuck them. But you're on YouTube and you're going on YouTube.
Unable to get the ball.
Yep, you're definitely going on YouTube, faggot. And fuck that guy.
Bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation.
They're losing their concentration here, guys. Some sloppy play going on right now.
Yeah, 2 turnovers in a row, and that's always a recipe for disaster.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Knocks it loose. Mbamute with the steal. Now Gordon. He has 5.
If they can't take care of the basketball, they're going to have a very hard time turning this game around.
True. Their turnovers are piling up in this quarter.
Parker kicks to Green. Back to Parker. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Green.
Fucking player quit. Let's go. Stop fucking around, you piece of shit.
Defended by Gordon. Lets the three fly. That is good. Green's got his third bucket of the night. Leonard with the steal. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
The first free throw is good. Both free throws good from Ginobili. Here's Gordon. He's had his share of big nights at the offensive end, that's for sure. His scoring average is at 18 points a game. Ariza outside with 1 on the clock. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for San Antonio.
What a tremendous showing from the three-pointer all through this game.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnover.
Taking a look at the Rockets. Harden and Ariza out on the perimeter. PJ Tucker is out there with Nene. And it's Paul in at the point guard position. Now, here is Harden. And the rejection by Leonard. One-on-one fast break. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Oh, the shot no good.
Come on, Kawhi.
You know, just a little too fancy on that play.
Well, you don't want to force any play, but particularly the alley-oop. You'd like to try that when it's wide open.
Passes it to Bertens. Back to Parker. Deflects the pass. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
You know, I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
And it's Mono. With the finish.
Excellent communication between teammates on the alley-oop there.
And that's what you need to pull that off.
And you do. You have to have both ends of that play, and they were fantastic on that one.
Now here's Leonard. After Eric Gordon's miss, Aldridge defended by Anderson. Parker outside. Harden outside. From deep three-point range, the Rockets with another miss.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. He is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
Here is Aldridge. Here's Bertens. And Aldridge slams it in.
And that kind of defense ain't going to get it done.
Gee, we don't see those kinds of dunks out of him all the time, but we know he's got it in.
There's no doubt about that, fellas. I mean, the more finishes like that he gets, the more his confidence will grow. He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And there's the call on Ginobili. And that'll be his third foul so far. And the Rockets making a change here. Tucker's checked in.
He's certainly not been at his best this quarter. And that's an understatement.
Leonard dishes to Parker. Bertens. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got his 9th assist in the game now. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. San Antonio leading by 23.
Don't help him,
Eric Gordon, he's checked in for the Rockets. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Leonard against Ariza. Leonard the pass to Parker. And the three off target. Houston's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. It's Harden with the drive.
I think he's got to regroup and get himself together here. I mean, something's gone wrong with him this quarter. He's really fallen off.
Aldridge kicks to Green. No good with the triple.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Another miss by Houston. The Spurs have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a
suck a dick. You're losing by 70, bro. You have no right to do a replay.
42% mark in the quarter. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. San Antonio making a switch here. The Rockets shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executed. That's a 2 from Paul. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. And finished off by Cade.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Here's Paul. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Paul's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
It's not possible what we just thought. Is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner. It is possible.
And think about it, guys. That's one of the few guys in the entire league who can pull off something like that.
And the rebound goes to the Rockets. From past the arc. And good on the basket. Look it.
Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
Leonard attacking. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And that's the dagger right there, really the nail in the coffin.
I'd agree. I mean, they've done a great job of sealing this one, closing it out. And they never backed off, even with the big lead. I love to see teams do that.
San Antonio making a switch here. Anderson's checked in. A different look now for San Antonio. T.J. Warren comes in for Anderson, and it's Green in for Joel Anthony. He tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
15 seconds on the shot clock. 15.
Houston's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. Another miss by Houston.
Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the defense right there.
Well, he'd have to be really good to knock down a shot like that against that kind of defense.
Special. There just aren't many guys like him who can accelerate to the rim and finish in style.
Gordon outside, and it's Gay with the rebound. Gay's got 7 rebounds in the game. And Parker, here we go. And he drops it in from the low post.
And as they continue to just dominate this game, you have to wonder how much can they win by.
Well, it's on the verge of getting out of hand, Greg. You can feel it, you can see it, in part because the defense has been about as good as the offense, and both have been really good.
Shot clock at 6, and it's Paul missing. Here are the Spurs with the ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Goes up on the wing, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And the Rockets making a change here. Nene's checked in.
Yeah, he cuts the deficit a little bit, but not as much as he could have. One miss can make a big difference.
There's the pass to Bertens. Spurs working the ball around now. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Gordon. And so it's Houston with it. And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for two. San Antonio making a switch here. And both free throws good for Gordon. And here is Aldridge. Leonard attacking. Lays it up and banks it in.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control operating.
16-game win streak, by the way.